It's not very bright, but I can see some starlight now.
There are tiny stars everywhere. I hadn't noticed them before.
Your eyes are getting used to the darkness. See? A little break now and then can help too.
He's right. My eyes are used to it. My eyes are used to it now. Talk about a botched sentence. We're standing in the center of a large round room with 2 doors? Maybe everyone else is through those. Though we can't tell where they lead.
Oh, don't you have your map with you?
We just got shut in here. We didn't get to bring a strategy guide along.
But doesn't the Morning Dove there have a planisphere?
Yes, I have it.
There's your map.
Nageki's planisphere? It is a very nice planisphere, but will studying constellations now really... You're in the stars. Wow. An egg?
It looks a little like a dark nebula.
That's a bad egg. When an egg turns black, it's rotten. Black is the color of a poor chick who died before hatching. We're just a bit above the very bottom now. The star's lights are birds' souls. Burning bright and happy, even in a dead egg. So, you want to get out of here?
My job here is to find everyone and get out, yes. I think I'm ready to go home.
And I want to see tomorrow. Lightning. Not like... Oh, the egg is hatching. This is interesting. Wonder where they're going with this.
Look, we're one step closer to hatching. Chicks grow teeth to help them tear out of their shells and into the new world. We only need them that once. With them, we can break out of the shell by our own strength. No matter how tough the shell is, it will break eventually. If the chick is alive, it can break free. This is a false star. That wasn't a real light you saw. That was the lighthouse, luring wanderers in from the Milky Way. A false star is a dangerous thing. Once you're in, it can be hard to get out. It's scary. Break the shell and burn down the false light. The Morning Dove there can do it. After all, he's got all the answers.
Answers? I see. So all this is fake.
Do you have a plan, Nageki?
No, not really. I just know what the king was thinking when he made this place. I know why he took one of our stars, and I know why only I can break it. If I can, that is, somehow.
Well, good luck!
You're just leaving? Wait! Can't you explain that a little more? Ugh, too late. He's gone. Jeez, no one likes a key character who just shows up with a whole bunch of gnomic advice and doesn't actually say anything useful.
No, mon ami. At least he gave us some hints, right? And some cause for optimism. He said that I could do it.
Well, at least the gnomic and hungry old man gave Nageki some clear reassurance. Your planisphere sure is turning out to be useful, Nageki.
A little above the very bottom. So we're right here. And there are 2 stars nearby. And if the stars are what he said...
We should be able to find everyone else if we aim for the stars?
Let's hope so.
And there are 2 suspicious stars up at the top.
The false lighthouse. That must be the light we saw from the plaza.
And from what he said, we need to break it? Alright.
Now then. We'll need to head up both sides. This looks like a good time to split up, don't you think?
Happens all the time in longer dungeons and RPGs. I'm ready to roll.
Protecting the ladies is always my first priority. I'd like to go with you, mon ami, but I'll go alone. You'll be safer if you've got the map with you, after all. take care of her, all right. Right.
Well, I can guess that Yuya will run into Sakuya. That's my guess, anyway. Well, the king very kindly trapped us all in a gigantic evil doom egg. Will we escape from the dream with our lives? Of course we will! After all, this place is crazy! What kind of place doesn't have morning radio aerobics? And so we split up, Nageki and me going through one door, Yuya through the other. We'll wake everyone from this dream and smash this rotten egg from the inside. Yuya's already off and getting stuff done. We'd better move along too.
Right.
Yuya does seem pretty professional sometimes. He even had a real gun during that time at Christmas. Maybe he really is with the FBI or something.
I'm opening the door. Are you ready?
Bring it on. The Lying Picture Book. Click. Click. I'm stuck. Are we loading? Hello? Hello? Let's try saving. The king really did. Alright, just a minute, guys. Okay. I figured out what was wrong. I had to go back to the title screen and then reload, and it seems to have fixed it. So, the Lying Picture Book, as I was saying.
Once there was an Oka-san. There was something the Oka-san wanted to find, no matter what. So he ran to the ends of the earth. The Oka-san was very fast. He could run anywhere. He ran everywhere. At the end of the earth there was a giant hole in the ground. The Oka-san fell into the hole. No one remembers the Oka-san now. Poor Oka-san. Poor Oka-san.
Oh no, poor Oka-san. Coo! Oka-san is the pudding god. Oka-san is the god of Mount Pudding. Oka-san. Hostage confirmed. Moving to secure. Oka-san, let's get out of here. Okay? Woo! Oka-san used wing attack. It's super effective. Ow! Ow! Oka-san, that hurts. Calm down and listen to me. Woo! Oka-san is not Oka-san. Oka-san is the god of Mount Pudding.
You're not being a particularly benevolent god either way.
Yeah, Oka-san. A god has to listen to the voices of the downtrodden common people. Cool. Really?
Yes.
Cool. Ah. In that case, Oka-san will listen for 3 centimeters. Oka-san, this pudding isn't real. You have to kiss it goodbye and come back to reality. Woo! Silence!
So 3 centimeters is about 10 seconds?
Looks like it. Oka-san, calm down. This crummy thing isn't the pudding you've been searching for all these years. Coo! Pudding is pudding. What does Kawaii know about pudding? I don't know anything about pudding. Think about it, Oka-san. Is the pudding you seek something I could understand? Of course not. It's something beyond and above. Something completely outside my comprehension. Whenever you talk about pudding, it's like it's the meaning of the universe, or final secret of the earth, or some sort of cult deity. No matter how hard you've tried to explain it, I just don't get it. I still don't know what the pudding you're looking for is. But I do understand that it's not something you can find just like that.
Cool! Of course not. The pudding is an amazing treasure.
Doesn't this strike you as odd then? How could you have found that amazing treasure without doing anything?
Cool?
What have you been training for all these years? Haven't you been training so you can find the pudding which sleeps forgotten at the end of the earth? You couldn't possibly find a treasure like that this easily. It's a trap, Oka-san. A fake. You have to remember, Oka-san. Remember the pudding you seek.
Cool!
Whoa.
Cool! Cool!
And before we know it, we're standing in a room just like the one where we started. Ah, so it was a stained glass window with fake pudding. Was everything we saw in here before just an illusion created by the king?
Probably, yes. He was hoping to hold us back.
I was thinking that in my head, Nageki.
Cool! Oka-san has remembered. Cool! True pudding is the universe itself. But it cannot be found in this universe. It is infinite.
I don't think I follow.
Don't worry, I don't either.
Cool, cool! Oka-san must return to Earth and seek the true pudding.
Hooray! The wall cracked?
We must be breaking the shell like the migrant said.
Oh, I get it. When someone starts thinking I want to go home, the egg cracks a little. Doesn't look like it will crack anymore though, and we probably couldn't break it by hand. We'll need to keep going forward.
Cool! Oka-san is going home.
Oh. Oka-san, wait! Oka-san gallops off into the darkness, snorting and cooing with excitement. Well, he can probably take care of himself just fine.
Probably.
My eyes are getting used to the darkness again, and I can make out another door opposite from where we came in. Who will we find in the next room? Indeed. The unclosed picture book, I'm guessing?
Once there was a chrysalis.
Oh no, it's stuck again. Alright, I know what to do this time, though. I'll save it up here. Go to the title, load.
Once there was a chrysalis. The chrysalis was all alone. It didn't know how to grow up, so it stayed a chrysalis forever. One day, a butterfly came along. The butterfly said, "Let's be friends. I can show you how to become a beautiful butterfly like me." The lonely chrysalis was happy, because it wasn't alone anymore. But its friend the butterfly disappeared soon after. The lonely chrysalis was alone again.
My goodness, this is supposed to be Shu.
It didn't know where to go anymore. It didn't know what it wanted to do anymore. The lonely chrysalis shrank and hardened. Nothing will ever come out of it now. Poor chrysalis. Poor chrysalis.
I knew it was gonna be Shu, the hardened chrysalis.
Merry Christmas!
It's the Christmas junkies! And here I was expecting some emotionally charged, heart-wrenching scene! Yeah, it's coming, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you, Nageki.
You shouldn't judge by appearances. Maybe these creatures have some sort of deep internal conflict as well.
Well, we did find out that they have a tragic backstory. Miru, Kaku, we need to get out of here. If we stay here too long, we won't be able to go home anymore.
Merry Christmas? What?
This place is called the Holiday Star, but it's not Christmas, is it? If we don't get out of here, we'll never be able to celebrate Christmas again.
Merry Christmas!
Christmas! Shock! Times 10 to the 6! I suppose that's an expression of surprise?
They do appear to be moved.
Merry Christmas! That would be bad. Really bad. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku want to start preparing for next Christmas. Zoom!
The two of them run off into the darkness. That was a lot easier than Oka-san.
But there aren't any cracks in the shell. There must still be someone here.
I guess so. The real hardened chrysalis. We just went through the plain corridor a little while ago anyway. I already know who we'll find through that door. Enormous enemy is approaching. Keep your dignity, Nageki.
I'm already dead, so I think I'll be safe no matter what, but... do be careful, Miss Chan.
Coming through. Huh? There's no reply. It's just the kitchen.
Miss Chan, watch out!
Oh boy. What? What? What happened? Nageki slams into me from behind. I go rolling across the floor. Nageki! And I thought you were such a gentleman. He saved you.
I'm as surprised as you are. Complain to whoever attached that thing to the ceiling.
Huh? A gigantic bear trap is lying on the flare on the flare where I stood a moment ago. Did that fall from the ceiling?
Oh, do forgive me. It appears to have fallen a little more slowly than I calculated for. Do not fear, I will use more exact measurements next time.
What do you mean, do not fear, you pure placidal partridge proprietor? And you're supposed to lay bear traps on the ground anyway. Hanging it from the ceiling? Really? I swear, kids these days can't do anything right.
I was planning to modify it such that it would seize the victim's head and then lift them back up to the ceiling. It would help with disanguinization, you see. I see you weren't planning to close after all.
My neck hurts just thinking about it.
Ugh.
Fluffy heretic chef. Dr. Iwamine. Your dark fantasy affectations end now. You've noticed too, right? This place isn't normal. We've been shut in. If we stay here for too long, we'll
enter a persistent vegetative state.
What, you mean he already knows?
I read a report on a similar phenomenon, where a number of people shared a dream. A few years ago now. I suspect we are under the effects of something not unlike mass hypnosis, caused by the eclipse. If that is not the case, you should not be here. Huh?
Well, at least we don't have to explain it to you. Let's escape together, Doctor.
No, thank you.
Rejected at the speed of light.
Are you more comfortable here, then? Who knows? I haven't even been here for half a day. I haven't quite decided yet.
But didn't you say yourself that you're one of those sad people who only love research, Doctor? Your brains will rot and drip out your ears if you stay in this eternal holiday kingdom with its happy-go-lucky king.
It is as you say. If I have my fill of research, I cannot complain. The term vegetative is not entirely accurate. The brain relinquishes control over the body and sinks into a state of pure, unadulterated thought. Is this not so?
Yuya did say that our brains were disconnected from our bodies, so I guess so?
To cast away all functions but conscious thought. What a pure state of being. It fascinates me.
But, do you really want to stay in this dream forever, Doctor? Since when were you the dreamy type?
Dreams are not such rigid things as you seem to think. The activity of the brain is no different while dreaming than while waking.
But there isn't anything here to use for your favorite diabolical experiments.
No. We cannot be so sure about that. The king of the star seems to absorb the knowledge and experiences of all who have washed ashore here, and blended them into a being capable of conscious action after all.
You've lost me.
To put it another way, the birds on this star hold within themselves the capability to replay any number of past events. This star is practically overflowing with material for study. Have no worries there. This isn't the sort of thing that happens every day, after all. Since I have the chance to experience it, I want to stay and take advantage of it.
Are you really sure about that, sir? No matter what you study, no matter what you discover, you'll never be able to announce it to the world.
I seek knowledge, and knowledge alone. I am not doing this for someone else's sake or for some earthly goal. Given the chance to engage in unadulterated thought without outside disturbance, I am happy to accept it. Go on ahead. We have nothing more to talk about.
The shell cracked. Well, it did crack, but it looks a little subpar, because she doesn't want to leave yet.
Those cracks must be from Miru and Kaku.
Probably. We don't have much time, so we'll go rescue the others. Please reconsider while we're gone, Doctor.
Well, we shall see.
This is no time for Fluffatic. I like that Fluffatic. I do hope he decides to help us. The infirmary would be awfully lonely without the murderous Fluffatic around.
Miss Chan,
Yes?
we've got company.
Oh, the citizens. Greetings, travelers. Geez, we've already decided to go home. No one likes a host who tries to lock you in their house and make you stay forever. How many of these vague see-through citizens are there anyway? You all should try talking to the king too. Only a tyrant would try to stop visitors from leaving, right?
Have you all been here with that king forever?
No, we haven't. We are the same as you.
So you came from outside?
You must have been the same. We were very afraid, and we came here.
Afraid?
Nageki and I had a nice time coming here on a comfortable train with a friendly conductor. I don't remember being afraid of anything. If you came from outside, you have homes to return to, right? Why are you staying here? Because we don't have to worry about anything. Because there's nothing scary here.
The king said, the king is all, and all are the king. Soon you guests from away will be the king too. All are the king. So there is nothing scary here. Everyone is together. Let's be together. The king is waiting on his royal throne. But the king...
The king glances nervously at Nageki.
The king does not want to be friends with that mourning dove. You don't have to come.
What?
That's not very nice of you.
The king commanded, you shall stay away.
The kings fade into the darkness, leaving their selfish command behind. Wow, Nageki. From the look on his face, I bet the king is changing his royal underwear right about now.
He's a bit of a crybaby. I don't think scaring him is very hard.
I do wonder about it, though. Why was he so afraid of Nageki? The migrant says something about that, too. Maybe you're the king's natural enemy.
Let's hope so.
And those vague citizens turned into the king and disappeared. If what they said is true...
Perhaps everyone who stays here ends up turning into the king.
That's a bit much. What is this, a horror movie? At least it sounds like he's waiting for us. We've got to go find the others and then teach him a thing or two about international travel laws. If I do say so myself. Oh, now we're back to Yuya.
Not much variety in the decor here. I must say I'm getting a little sick of it. Wonder how things are going on the roof. I can probably trust Mr. Leone, to keep my body from spontaneously combusting or anything like that. That artistic scientist fellow's probably cleared the clouds away, but the king of this place blocked the moonlight. A search and rescue mission in a zone of total surrealism, eh? This is new even to me.
The decorated picture book. It's probably not going to work again. Alright. Title. Load. There we go. Oh.
Once there was a beautiful piano. The piano was decorated with gemstones in all the colors of the rainbow. Oh, how it sparkled and glittered. Everyone told it was beautiful.
This is probably Sakuya because he loves music.
What a beautiful piano. No one had ever seen such a wonderful piano before. The piano's owner was very pleased and decorated the piano even more. Everyone in all the land praised the piano's beauty. No one from anywhere wanted to hear its voice.
Ah.
But the gemstones were heavy, so heavy, and one day they crushed the piano flat. Poor piano. Poor piano.
Ah! What is this trash? Is there no limit to its vulgarity? The composition is poor, the story juvenile, and the art messy.
I opened the door to find a fantail angrily beating a book on the floor. Salutations, Sakuya. I'm glad to see you're still yourself.
Wha? Is there no getting rid of you? What now? The tea party's already over.
Is it? That's too bad. I was really looking forward to drinking some of your tea, too.
I wouldn't have given you anything, even if you had showed up on time. Don't get full of yourself, mongrel.
I'll be expecting an invitation card next time, too. Sakuya sticks his beak in the air and coos irritatedly. By the way, what were you reading just now? I pick up the book, which Sakuya had thrown on the floor.
I haven't the slightest.
Do you remember where you found it?
Do not treat me like a child. The king gave it to me.
Oh, these are the king's picture books.
I do not mean to insult a gift of royalty, but that thing is amazing. It is like the scribbles of a deranged child.
A picture book, eh? So this is a little flirtation from the king. Or rather, an invitation to stay here. I suppose it's meant to paint reality in a poor light to flatter the world of dreams. Alas, its message appears to have been lost on Sakuya.
Something is wrong with someone who dresses a musical instrument up like a Christmas tree. Instruments come with their own beauty already built in. Gaudiness is hardly the deciding factor in an instrument's value. Indeed, an instrument covered in sparkly gewgaws to impress uncultured fools is the epitome of crassness. Decorating an instrument to the detriment of its tone is absurd, ludicrous. If the author of this dribble was here now, I would sit him down and lecture him for 3 days without break.
He continues on, angrily expounding the qualities of musical timbre. I wonder if he realizes just how much he cares about music. As his brother, I can only hope to see the magnificent blooming of that enthusiasm one day. In the real world. Very true. Visual flair is hardly what an instrument is there for. The piano in here should have used his voice to let everyone know that before he got crushed. I wasn't created to be decorated. Let me sing. Something like that. Why are you smirking like that? What a distasteful cretin you are. I love how thick-headed you are, Sakuya. It'll save me a lot of trouble. What is this? Do you mock me? No, quite the opposite. That was praise. I doubt it. Your ridiculous facial expression is proof of your deceit. Forgive me, I was born with it. What am I to do? Now then. I can't spend too much time here. I doubt whoever I run into next will be as easy as you, after all. I knew you didn't just wander here by chance. Tell me what is happening. You're always good at keeping things moving. Thanks, Sakuya. Wha? You do not jest! It's hard to believe, but unfortunately it's true. You and I are hooked together with a whole pile of electrical wires right now. You cad! Without my permission! You weren't exactly being responsive. And it's an emergency anyway. Easier to ask forgiveness than approval, right? Ah! Now then, Sakuya. Will you spend eternity having tea here with that cheerful, artistically challenged king? Inconceivable! I will not stand for it.
Hooray. Nice crown.
Just who do you think I am? I am Shirogane Sakuya Labelle. It is completely out of the question. I demand to see the man responsible for this idiocy at once. I shall have recompense for his gross discourtesy towards me. Sakuya runs off into the darkness, an aura of unusual proactivity about him. No one gets the better of my little brother. Now then, who's next?